When I was 16, I found myself working in a pizzeria in the quiet suburbs of a bustling city. My initial responsibilities were limited to assisting the chef and maintaining the cleanliness of the place. 2 months into the job, my boss announced that I'd have to fill in for the regular delivery boy during his off days. Naturally, I accepted the new responsibility. But then one night, something alarming occurred. The main delivery boy returned from a delivery, looking utterly traumatized, his eyes wide and face pale as a ghost. They exchanged a few terse words in the boss's office, and then, much to my shock, he quit. His parting words to me were cryptic and somewhat chilling. "Good luck, kid." He insinuated that it was just a terrible job, but I sensed there was something more sinister at play. I never saw him again. From then on, I assumed the role of the delivery boy for the following weeks. One evening, as I was making a delivery, my boss handed me an address. I input it into my GPS and started the drive. The sun was setting as I drove, and I was eager to finish this delivery swiftly, but it was on the rural side of town, where the houses were spread out, giving the entire area an eerily deserted look. The house I was to deliver to was a creepy, two-story structure. Its unkempt lawn, decaying trees, and barren, old porch made my skin crawl. It appeared to be abandoned, yet here I was, standing in front of it. I knocked on the door, hoping that there was a mistake and I could escape this unsettling place, but then, the door creaked open. An elderly woman, perhaps in her 70s, stood there, her white hair disheveled, teeth missing, her frail body barely reaching my chest. But it was her cold, unblinking stare that sent a shiver down my spine. I stammered, "Pepperoni pizza, ma'am," trying to mask my discomfort with a friendly demeanor. "Yes," she croaked, her voice hoarse as if she had not spoken in a while. But she made no move to take the pizza, her stare fixed on me. I began to grow uneasy. When she finally moved, she asked if I had come alone. My heart pounded in my chest as I managed a shaky no. She then mentioned something about the last delivery boy, who, unbeknownst to her, had quit weeks ago. While she dug around in her purse for what I assumed was money, she suddenly froze. Her eyes remained fixed on me, her expression unreadable. I noticed a shadowy figure loom up behind her, and then I heard the sound of footsteps crunching leaves to my left. A man's voice bellowed, "Hey!" My heart felt like it was going to burst out of my chest. Fear finally took over. Ignoring the man who was now making his way up the porch, I sprinted back to my car, tossing the pizza inside. Without glancing back, I sped away into the dark. To avoid any suspicion, I paid for the pizza out of my pocket and quit my job the following day. When I finally relayed this disturbing event to my boss, he was as shocked as I was and immediately called the police. Later, he informed me that the house had been registered as foreclosed for over a year. The police found 3 inhabitants, 2 men and the old lady I had encountered living there illegally. They were promptly arrested, but my boss didn't share any more details. To this day, the memory haunts me. I shudder to think what might have transpired had I stayed there a minute longer. They could have easily ambushed me. I'm grateful that I trusted my instincts that night, escaped, and am still here to recount this chilling tale. The memory of that harrowing night when I stepped in to cover a shift for my friend at a local pizzeria is forever seared in my mind. He was the regular delivery boy while I usually manned the register, but that fateful evening fate had a different role in store for me. After completing 2 ordinary deliveries, my manager handed me the final order for the night, a location 5 miles away. This was quite the distance from what I was accustomed to, and the journey soon proved to be far more unsettling than I could ever imagine. My GPS directed me off the main highway into an eerily quiet, almost forgotten town. It was so obscure, I had never even heard of its existence. Navigating through deserted side roads under the sporadic, dim glow of malfunctioning street lights, I felt a growing unease about this unfamiliar place. I was anxious to simply deliver the pizza and escape the unsettling atmosphere. My destination was a small, single-story house. No sooner had I rung the bell than the door swung open, revealing an older man, perhaps in his late 50s. His sparse gray hair, pallid complexion, and matching gray mustache lent him a ghoulish appearance that sent a chill down my spine. He greeted me with a smile that seemed more unnerving than welcoming, promising to return shortly with the money. As I stood outside in the freezing cold, a sense of disquietude washed over me. The man's odd demeanor, coupled with the desolate surroundings, was discomforting. The creaky echoes of his footfalls within the old house added to my unease. Returning to the doorway, the man urged me to step inside to escape the cold. Against my better judgment and spurred on by the icy chill, I succumbed to his persuasion and crossed the threshold into the stranger's house. Inside, the temperature was not much warmer. It was apparent that the house lacked a proper heating system. As my discomfort mounted, I instinctively edged closer to the door. Suddenly, the man re-emerged with a sickeningly eerie smile on his face. He beckoned me towards a door, revealing a pitch-black basement beneath. He claimed that he usually kept his money downstairs and requested me to accompany him. Just as I was about to decline, a spine-chilling sound shattered the quiet atmosphere, the creaking of a step from the depths of the dark basement. Panic surged through me as the realization struck there was someone else in the house. I spun around to make a break for the door, but the man was already closing in on me. With adrenaline-fueled strength, I punched him square in the face and managed to pin him down momentarily. But the pounding sound of someone ascending the basement steps spurred me to act swiftly. I shoved the man to the floor and bolted out of the house, not sparing a second glance. Hopping into my car, I peeled away from the nightmarish scene, my heart hammering in my chest. My manager was informed and promptly called the police, although I never found out what became of the incident. I was given a few days off to recover from the trauma. That terrifying encounter has left an indelible lesson: never venture into a stranger's house. The lurking dangers could far outweigh the seemingly harmless invitation.